psychological conflicts into a masterful narrative. Here, silences, loud gesture are meaningful, and every shadow heads a story. Every episode 91 is more than a continuation; it's a journey into the inner world of the character, a reflection on God, fear, and realize, and a display of how emotional tension can surface physical actions. Action. Main review Rangsizgullar, episode 91. Opening the weight of silence. The episode begins with Malouda alone in a dimly lit room, seated on a wooden chair, her hands twisted nervously in her lap. The silence is immediate and heavy. No music, no dialogue, only a shallow breaths fill the space. The shadow around her seemed moving with her slow, menacing rhythm. The use of muted color and minimal lighting communicates an impressive sense of isolation and anticipation. She checks her phone again. Nothing. The absence of communication implies the tension and the quiet. The episode determines how stillness can be more terrifying than choice, drawing viewers into the psychological state of the character. Even small gesture, a flick of the wrist, a blink, a nervous glance convey layers of anxiety, creating a rich tapestry of silent storytelling. As Ladina next sitting alone in a shadowed corner, the weight of this gut is physically apparent. Slumped shoulder and tense hands. Unlike earlier episode, he does not display anger or defiance. Here is removes dominates. He muters every decision, every failure. I cannot handle them. I carry them all. His voice is barely above a whisper, yet the impact is powerful. The camera isolates him, imposes the intensity of his inner struggle. The audience is drawn into his thoughts, feeling the psychological tension that words alone cannot convey. Every moment, a subtle clench of his fists, a slow inhale, a gaze toward the floor, communicates his torments, illustrating that the ABS battle are often invisible. Negora navigates dimly lit, her fingers brushing the wall for balance. Her breathing is shallow, her eyes darting toward shadow, her step careful, yet she was fierce to herself. I must move forward, even if every step feels impossible. Our character embodies the delicate balance between fragility and determination. Despite a visible fear, she continues displaying quiet courage that resonates deeply. The long camera shot, muted lighting, and focus on her subtle movement implies her vulnerability, making the audience feel the weight of isolation and danger she carries. Episode 91 skillfully brings back the shadows of past treats, adding suspense. A moment at the edge of the frame, and barely audible noises suggest danger lurking nearby. The treat is applied rather than implicate, creating psychological tension. The audience experiences unease before the character even react, amplifying engagement. This approach, the brilliance of subtle storytelling, what is the sagacious and often more frightening than what is shown in imagination. Feel the gaps, making suspense personal and intimate. Her key sense is the silent confrontation between Asladin and Negoro dialects and minimal instead glance posture and micro experience convey in the complex emotion at play. Nigora averts his gaze. Asladin Khan clenches his fists. A brief nods, a slow shaky breath. Every moment carries weight. The powerful of this sequence lies in silence. The imprints of world forces the audience and interfere emotional posturing, a deeper understanding of tension and unspoken conflict between the character. Malo the struggle and crouch, episode 91. She holds a wilting flower, symbolic of diminishing hope. Her was feared word. I cannot endure this anymore. Single the apex of her emotional journey are trembling hands, slumped posture and shadow breathing create a vivid posture of disappear. Ha. Asladin observes silently, physically present but emotionally distant, the quietly only internalized